Hi everyone out there on YouTube. It's Roslyn from the Roslyn Marie channel. Today we're going to discuss very quick fun tips to get the most out of your theme park day. Starting with number 1, saving your phone battery. Ta-da! So first things first, you want to make sure you save your phone battery before you even get to the park. Get the most out of your day, right? Hint, hint. First off, you want to make sure you're carrying a backup battery pack. If you don't have one, a lot of big corporation theme parks like Disney and Universal will have in their stores, or maybe in a kiosk like Disney does, will have the new little battery packs, and you can purchase them and then you can recharge them throughout the park or whatnot. But at the same time, you need to have one of those with you on hand while you're at the park at all times. Second thing, when you wake up in the morning, whether you're at home or you're going to be in a hotel, you wake up, and let's say we're going to use my iPhone for an example. So you're going to go ahead, go into your iPhone screen, and you are going to go to your settings right here. You need to do this first thing before you even get to the park. Once you go to your settings, you're going to look for the battery option, which is right down here. Sorry, I can't see. And you want to put your phone in low power mode. Let's see if it will work for me. There we go. That automatically, and how you can tell, is your battery now turns yellow. What that does is it stops from all your apps from refreshing automatically on their own. And that way they all, literally it's only pulling your data and your battery when you open a particular app, like your camera or Facebook or anything like that. So that's the first thing. So make sure your phone is charged at 100% and immediately turn it to low power mode. That way you can get the most out of your phone. Second, going to character meet and greets or meeting characters or taking photos in the park, take turns in your party utilizing your personal mobile devices as cameras. While everyone has fantastic cameras on their phones nowadays, especially with the new Samsungs and the new iPhones, they take very good high resolution photos. However, don't all take the same photo. For example, if you are, let's say you're meeting a particular character and grandma wants a photo, mom wants a photo, and dad wants a photo, especially if you're taking it of a really little kid, the little one is not going to know where to look. That's the first thing. So that kind of takes up time. So you got to go from camera to camera to camera to camera. On top of that, maybe this commercial theme park might be having, like Disney or Universal, have their own personal photographers taking those photos for you. You can link them to your account, which we will discuss later. So best thing to do, take turns doing photos. So make a pattern. Say, first picture we take is going to be on Joe's phone. Second picture we take is going to be on Marie's phone. Third picture we take is on Grandma's phone. All right, that way you are alternating turns on your phones. You're not constantly using one phone or everybody's phone at once. You always want a phone charged up in case of an emergency. So what you do is you take your photo with your one phone, and we live in the most wonderful world today. It's such a very advanced, technologically advanced world where we can text message photos to everybody. I know, shocker, right? Well, I think it's one of the best things you can do. Either text the photo, you can also Facebook message the photo if you don't want to post it up publicly yet. You want to Facebook message it to a friend. If you have an iPhone, you can bump them to each other. Same thing with a Samsung phone, you can bump them to each other. You can also put them on a little iPhone or Samsung cell phone flash drive, and then go ahead and email them to each other. There's so many different options. You honestly don't need the same photo on 5 different devices. If you just take it on one and then transfer it later in the day to another person or send it, that'll be a lot easier for you than, because maybe grandma's phone doesn't take the best photos. She probably has an older phone, so it takes kind of blurry photos. Then tell grandma, I've got you, grandma, don't worry, I'm going to send it to you. Tip number 2 is going to be, if you're, speaking of character greetings, let's say you're going to go meet a particular character, when you go to this park, and a lot of people like to get their autographs. Just like any celebrity, you want their autograph, right? So one of the most common things to have is an autograph book that the park may sell to you. Another good thing to bring if you don't want to purchase an autograph book is your own little notebook. Now, this is probably the smallest I would go with a notebook. This is just a standard size little purse notebook, but I highly recommend not getting the ones with the lines. It'll look a lot prettier if you get one that's like blank, almost like blank index cards. Nice and blank, that way you can actually see that autograph. And one of the biggest things, whatever kind of photo, you can do a character encyclopedia for them to sign. Before you get into that meet and greet, you want to make sure, even before you get to the park, you have 2 items if you plan on getting autographs. a Sharpie, and a pen. These will be your two best friends because let's say you have glossed pages that you're going to get signed like a character encyclopedia. You don't want a pen, you want a Sharpie. Very important. If you have regular paper that you want signed, have either or. You start using the pen first, and if the pen starts to die down, then go ahead and back up with the Sharpie. Very important to have these two items on hand with you if you plan to go to character meet and greets. Second, if you're going to a character meet and greet, you want to have your items out and ready while you're already in line. This helps to make the process a lot more efficient, and it allows everybody to have that same and equal, lovely opportunity to meet those characters. So, have it just ready to go as if you were about to give it to this particular character you're visiting. Say, hi, how are you? Give them a quick hug and ta-da, ask for that autograph. Now, do keep in mind in some theme parks, some characters, due to some circumstances, may not do autographs. So just double check with whoever the personnel that's working there is, just to keep yourself in mind. And if they say, oh, unfortunately they don't do autographs, then go ahead and store all your stuff away. It's one step less when you meet that character. This is what I don't recommend. I don't recommend a tiny notebook about this size. This is kind of a little too small, and it's a little hard for some of the characters to really make a really pretty autograph, especially if maybe they want to write a message to you. Makes it a little harder for them to sign because it is so tiny. Another great item, if you don't want to buy an autograph book, you didn't bring a notebook, and oh my gosh, but I have a Sharpie, on hand. Park maps. They make a great item to autograph, to be honest with you. And one of the coolest things, you can either have them autograph the front if you're only meeting a few characters, like one or two, or something that's really neat is you can have those characters autograph where you met them in particular in that park. So I think that's very cool that you can do, so you remember, hey, I did meet them there. It's a cool little memento. And, so let's say I met Mickey, Minnie, and Goofy right in this building here at Epcot, if I was at Disney, then I can have them all signed within this general vicinity, even though that's not where they meet with guests, but that's an idea. Have them sign in that vicinity, and that'd be so cool because you have a cool little memento. Or another place they can sign is the description of where you met them too. It's another great option, another very cool and free souvenir as well. We all love free stuff, easy as pie. So let's move on to step number 3. The wonderful, wonderful world we live in today is ticket media. So your ticket media to your park, for example, at the Walt Disney World Resort, your park ticket works for more than just getting you into the park. This is where you can store all those PhotoPass photos that the PhotoPass photographers take. You can put them all on your account. You can also use it to reserve your FastPass Plus options. You can also use it to, keep track of whatever need be. And all you have to do, there's 3 different ways you can link that to your personal Disney account, whether if you didn't buy them online. One would be through the Disney Experience app that you can download to your mobile device. Second one would be through the actual Disney World website. And the third is going to be at for FastPass, any of the kiosks in the park, and for photos, any of the photo centers in each of the parks. There's one main photo center where you can view all those photos that were taken throughout your trip, etc., etc., which is really cool. If you're staying at a Disney resort, you automatically get a Magic Band, which works just the same, but the only difference for the Magic Band is you can also charge to it, as opposed to like a park ticket where you can't. So that's the other benefit of having a Magic Band. If you're a day guest, you can purchase a Magic Band if you really want to, and they'll link it all for you. But, your ticket works just as well as the Magic Band does. So do keep that in mind. If you're going to a character meet and greet, or plan on getting any PhotoPass photos, right before you are going to get that photo, hand your ticket to the photographer, and then if you have a Magic Band, just make sure always at the very end you give it to that photographer so they can add all those pictures on there. Makes your life 10 times easier, trust me. With Universal parks, at Universal, they have, your ticket is just one paper ticket, but they have a photo system similar to Disney's where you can do all your photos on one particular card, which is really neat. And sometimes they'll give you a lanyard if you purchase a certain package, which is kind of cool, so you can wear that and put your ticket inside there too. Cool benefits of, how our theme parks have grown throughout the many years. So if you plan on visiting any of our theme parks, keep in mind those cool new ways to eliminate a lot of the stuff that you would traditionally carry. Well, I do hope these tips have helped you in any way, shape, or form, just to kind of make your trip the most efficient and get the most out of your trip.